Deputy Speaker, if there's one thing that's clear, it's this. The member for Lilly got us through the GFC. You couldn't even get a Treasurer through one term of parliament. That man over there saved the jobs of Australians, and you got rid of the job of the member for Warringah. If we are going to compare our time in government to what you guys have done, I mean, when you look at economic leadership, it's not that ScoMo is on a go-slow. ScoMo is on a no-show. He is nowhere near being able to make one decision that sticks. One decision in his time. He made out that he was the great white hope of that side there, and the only thing he's been good at is retreat. I mean, if you need to put up a surrender flag, then Scott Morrison, the Treasurer, is your man. He was asked a question today about microeconomic reform. Every reform that he does is micro. He hasn't got a single thing through that he's been able to put up. Let's go through it. He argued GST reform. Where's that gone? Nowhere. They argued about multinational tax reform. Where's that gone? Nowhere. They argued potentially about changing negative gearing. That's gone. They said they wouldn't touch superannuation. Well, that promise is gone as well. And what's happened today? The thing that he spoke so passionately about, the need for us to address income tax and bracket creep. Here are the quotes. Here are the quotes from the Treasurer. I'm quite passionate about it, because I think that's one of the things that's holding the Australian economy back. Said that 24 January. 1 month ago, the Treasurer said, if we're going to do anything in that area, it's got to be to give people who are going out there and working and earning for a living a better deal on their income tax. These were the things that he felt strongly about. Where are we at? Nowhere. Gone. Stopped. And in their own cabinet, they have, when it comes to a showdown between the Treasurer, who is supposed to be one of the most influential policy makers in a cabinet, what happened? In the showdown in terms of Brawn v Brains, Brawn won. In the Deputy Prime Minister, the Nationals dictating economic policy in this country, calling and wagging the tail on the way that things are to be run. It is an absolute meltdown. And the other thing that I think is worth noting is this. Whenever the Prime Minister is in trouble, there's a tell. Whenever you're asking him to step forward and say, what's your agenda, there's only one thing he can do. It's just like the member for Warringah. Every time the member for Warringah was in trouble, there was a national security announceable. That's right. Every single time. The similar thing for the Prime Minister is this. Every time you ask him, well, what have you done? It's only about innovation policy. That's it. That's the only string in the bow. I am pro-innovation. I am pro seeing this happen. But you cannot say that is the only lever that you've got in running an economy as big as this and having a policy agenda for this government. That is all he has got. So every time he's in trouble, watch it. He goes straight to innovation policy, and that is all he can do. When he was asked what else he can do today, the Prime Minister, on the test of economic leadership, well, what else have you got? Well, we've made commitments. Oh, well, that's nice to know. He's made commitments. These commitments that are made are backed up by a person who, when he's asked to make a commitment on the Republic, goes to water. When he's asked to make a commitment on climate change, goes to water. When he's asked to make a commitment on marriage equality, goes to water. All his promises, all his commitments written in sand, because that's all it is worth. This is economic leadership under the team of the Prime Minister and the Treasurer, who said that's what they were bringing to the job. And here are the things that we've got to deal with. The deficit that they said that they control is out of control. Growth, nowhere near where it should be. Wages, flattest they've been in a long time. These are the things that they should be going much better and are not. And so, well, what does it mean, Member for Mitchell? This is the person who's been sent in on economic leadership. They don't send in the Assistant Treasurer. They certainly don't have the Treasurer. He can't argue about economic leadership. All they've got is the Member for Mitchell. There's no other member of the front bench able to argue about economic leadership. And this tells you everything, that when it comes to being able to provide what is needed for the economy, the only people that have got the ideas this side of the chamber, and on that side all they can do is attack the ideas because the cupboard is bare. This is embarrassing but importantly, it is holding back the nation, and this should not continue.